Hello and welcome back to the channel where we are building a video game from scratch using Love2d and Lua. Yesterday we got our lute system having our frets being shown here. So we have the first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, and then we have our strings here. So the goal for today is to get each of these notes to be able to be, each string should be modified by whatever fret we're holding. So every fret is 1/2 step up from the string's base note. What up, K-Tron? How's it going, dude? Hey, you look a little different today. Is there something? You're looking kind of shiny. No, I didn't think your head was shiny, dude. I thought it was awesome. Yeah, I bet, dude. I know I gave myself a couple of COVID cuts during the pandemic, and I just buzzed it straight back. It felt really good. So yeah, I kind of want to go back, and it's probably too late in the summer now to go fully buzzed, but I did like it. In our game here, we do have all of our notes that we're trying to input. Actually, we don't have all of our notes. We have them imported into the folder, but not into the actual project. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to pull up the notes that we exported yesterday. Okay. There's the notes. I'll just put them in order. We have A1 and A2. And then B flat 1. And B flat 2. Then we have C1 and C2. And D1. We've got that here. Then we have E1. F1 and F2, which we have. Yeah. And then G1 and G2, so. Shit. Trying to do the fancy Vim substitute here. Okay, I can't do it. Okay, G1, G2. Okay, so now we should have all of our sounds imported into the game. Now we just need to trigger them based on fret holds. Hey dude, yeah, you're very welcome. I'm so glad you hit it today. That was awesome. And that made my work day go by smoother too, just being able to tune in. I'm glad I didn't miss it, because I've got, you know, I've got notifications on, but they're not like the push notifications. So if I happen to look at my phone and I see like a Twitch thing, which is what happened with you, I was able to catch it, so that was good. Okay, we should have all those sounds able to play. Now let's take a look at when we play. So the difference in what we're doing is now, instead of playing whatever bass note the string is, we want to modify that bass note with, or depending on the fret. So our frets held isn't just holding how many frets we're being pressed down, it's actually holding the highest most fret. So if we're holding 1, 2, and 3, it'll just be 3, because on a guitar fret, you know, the highest, the further up the neck the guitar, the fret hold will overwrite anything beneath it. So that's how this one's modeled. And so this is just the render, but we also are deleting, where are we deleting the fret hold? Cause like right here. So this is the logic where we're saying, let's cycle through all of our frets held. So at this point in time in the update function, frets held holds all the frets that are currently being pressed, and then we count which one is highest, and then we flush our table completely, and we only insert the highest value into that table. So we need to look for when we are playing the sound for the fret right here. So we can say that this is string 1, and I'm counting from the bottom, so 1, 2, 3, 4, because I feel like in tablature, yeah, I don't know actually. I never took any guitar lessons, so I don't know if they count it up like that. Okay. But instead of saying F1, D1, A1, F2, those are kind of like a little amorphous in my brain. At least I can say, okay, that's string 1, that's the bottom. String 2 is the next one up. Yeah. Okay. So the only difference to get our adjustments coming out, you know, if we want a total of 5 notes to potentially be played once U is pressed. So it depends on which fret is held. And this, I would think, is after we clear our frets. So we actually, yeah, we might have to add this logic after frets held gets inserted. So I think we might have to just change all the, or move this logic down for all the strings here, for all the sounds. Because this is where the sound is triggered and the animation is triggered. And then I'm gonna do that down here after we flush our fret table. So let's try that. Oh, this is... shoot. We only want this if it's in lute state. Which is why it was up there in the first place, but we can't have it. It has to be after our frets get flushed. So let's see if that breaks anything. Okay, looks fine. And now, by the time we ask a question about the only value in our frets held table, we'll be able to determine which of the other 4 notes, or the bass notes, so a total of 5 notes per string, that can possibly be played. So maybe the way to go about this is literally to just say we can have this default sound play if there's no frets in the frets held table. So if there's no fret being held, play the default string. Then if frets held is not equal to 0, or if frets held items are equal to not 0, meaning there is a fret being held, then we just want to take the value that's in fret held and play the appropriate note, which is different depending on which string you're plucking, but we can just hard code it in because we aren't changing the notes. We just need to get them to sound correct. So I think that's the route we're going to go. Okay, so we want to ask about our frets held table. So we're going to see if the number of values that are in our frets held table, if that number is equal to 0, then we want to go ahead and just play the default note. Let's make sure that works. Okay, so yeah, it plays if there's no frets held, but let's see if we hold a fret and then try to play if it shouldn't come out. Oh, it does pull the animation, but the sound is incorrect. So, the sound is correctly not playing. So we need to put the animation refresh in with the note play as well, so that if we have it toggled and we hold a fret, I'm pressing that bass string and nothing's coming out. We are rendering the color for it though, which is okay because it will be a color once we actually animate it with the correct sound. So I think we can leave that, because once we flesh it out, it should be better. So now we can say else if, or just else, because else in this case would mean that there is a fret being held. And yeah, we do need to ask which fret, so I think we do need to ask an else if the frets held at the first index, the only thing in that table is equal to now our frets held are by 1, 2, 3, 4. So if the first fret is being held, then what sound do we want to play? Well, we want to play 1/2 step above our F, which would be a G1. So we would want to say, go into our global sounds table at index G1, and we want to run the play function on it. But we also want to refresh our F1 string animation, which is our bottom string animation. So now we should have, hopefully, a second note coming out. So there's the bass note, and then I'm going to hold fret 1. Oh my god. Yes, yes, yes. That's it. So it's going to be really straightforward from here. It's just going to be if the second fret is held, we want to play the next note, which is an A1. So we go into our sounds table at index A1, play that sucker. Oh, I don't know what I did there. Okay, so let's see if we got 3 notes in there now. Oh, we don't have it. We don't have it. A1, F, G, A1. Do we not have an A1? Are we printing up the frets held? Let's print up our frets held and make sure 2 is being registered. Oh, I was... Okay, yeah. A1. Do we not have an A1 sound? We do have an A1. As long as we have an A1 in our sounds lute table, this should be coming out. Yeah, we do. Okay, we should have it. So what's going on? Oops. What is going on? Oh, no. Because, well, I'm thinking... Let me just see if we do this instead. just to try. Let's see if the next string works. No, it still doesn't work. Oh, frets held is always going to be 1. Because there's only one value in there. So it's always going to be asking this first value. If the first value is equal to 2, then we play our next note. So, yes. Okay, we're getting there. So let's do the next. There should be a total of 4 notes on top of the bass note that we can play. So we can do the 3rd fret, which is going to be the B flat 1. So we're going to say B flat 1. Go ahead and play that. And then for the 4th and last fret, we're going to say it is going to be a C1. Okay, let's try it. Oh my God. This is awesome. This is really cool. Okay, there's our string 1 that we've got. So let's do our string 2. So U is our first string, I is our second string. So what I'm going to do is put A1 as the bass note to play. For whatever reason, I want the play and then the refresh. Okay. So A string should still work. Okay. And then our first fret on our A string is gonna be a B flat 1. Now there is gonna be some overlap with these other frets because there's only, you know, they're either like 3 half steps or 2 half steps apart, the strings are. And since every fret can go up a total of 2 whole steps, there is some overlap. But that's okay because we could potentially make some chords using different strings. So we can't play both an F and a C on string 1, but we could do a C on string 2 and an F on string 1 and play those 2 notes simultaneously. Oh no, I'm sorry, Katron. You just gotta tough it through. This is your last semester, right? Last semester? I just realized we can't quite do that because there'd be different frets. Yeah, there'd be different frets unless it's a bass note. So we could do the F and C on 2 different strings, provided no, we can't because the oh man. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure this out. We probably can't do chords. My workaround for this is that you can't play a chord in the manual play mode, but there might be a chord in the song. So if you hit the correct sequence, I can have a recorded chord sound come out or play the specific notes that are supposed to be played at the same time. So we might be able to do that, but we're going to have to play around with it. Let's get our other notes in here. There's going to be a C1. And then a D1. And then the last note is an E1. Okay, let's check out our string 2 here. we're updating the wrong string. So yeah, we need this to be A1. That's the downfalls of copy and paste, but here we go. So okay, sweet. So there's our second string. So let's get our third string. And we won't forget to change the animation this time. We will put the correct string here, and then we'll put the correct, instead of A, we want the D string animation. And then we need to give us the next notes. So it goes D to E, and this is going to be E1 still. And then it's going to go to F, and that's F2. And then it's going to be G, which is G2 at this point. And then it goes to A. D, E, F, G, A. Yeah, A. And it would be A2 at this point, I believe. Oh lordy. Oh lordy. Fuck. Shit. Okay. Let's try it. String 3. What up, Prosto? How's it going, dude? We're getting some new notes into our lute system here. Always good to hear, Prosto. Yeah, today is going to be a shorter stream because I have some freelance work that I have been putting off, and it is due tomorrow. So I need to finish that. It's one of those things that's like they tell me 2 weeks ago, they're like, oh, hey, it's due on this day. I'm like, great. I know when to start it now. I don't know why I do that to myself. So the last string, try to play a little in D flat minor. Sounds unusual. Yeah, did you do it with, it's only got the B flat, I believe. Yeah, only the B flat. I think that's right. I don't exactly know. But the only difference between the major and minor is the third, right? B is double flat? Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe I've got to look up. I got to do some theory research. Okay, so F2 is our first note. Then it goes to G2. And then it goes to A2. And then it goes to B flat 2. Then it goes to C. Okay, so that isn't, if that's the case, if that really is D flat minor, then that's not the scale that the lute was tuned to. Because I was playing along with the video and it sounded like it was only a B flat. It was like a... Wow. Yeah, so it would just be D minor then, not a D flat minor. Oh, yeah. Okay, no, yeah, you were talking about the tune down half a step. Yeah, okay. So yeah, B flat flat. that is weird. Okay, yeah. It's confusing because he referenced it as just D minor, but it is tuned down half a step. So that was what was confusing to me. Okay, and then C, I believe C2 is our last note here. So let's see. We're rendering the wrong string again, so we need F2 on all these animations. So it's tough to do a scale with the different strings because they change. So like I would have to do. Hey, dude. I mean, hey, I'm posting the source code. Not that you need it to create it, but dude, feel free to steal it. Even the animation or whatever is in the GitHub, so. This is really cool. So if we imagine the music, now the tricky part is we can't do chords unless they correspond with the same frets on different strings, in the sense that here's two strings being played, and then if we do a fret, it'll augment both of them up by the same steps. That's cool. This is awesome. Yeah, this is fun. I like this. Yeah. And that's the other thing too. I was thinking like, oh, this would be cool if I could release this on iOS, but there's just, especially with the lute stuff, and I want the lute to be a decent part of the game, right? Like it's basically what you unlock at the end of every section. So it's kind of a big part, and this was like, basically it was music and magic. Like those are the two things I wanted in this game. So I can't really take out the music and put it on a tablet device or something. I couldn't figure that out, but this is really cool. Wow, this is awesome. I could just sit here and play this. This is really cool. This is cool. So I think what I also want to do today is, since it's, I was hoping we would just get this done today, and this actually didn't take too long. I think I want to try to brainstorm a bit how we're gonna get the Lute Hero notes scrolling on, and how do we manage the timing so that it's consistent, frame rate interdependent, and that we can not only register whether or not you're pressing a note in the correct time, but also how to play the correct note upon pressing the correct fingerings in the correct time. So like this lute scale that we've got here doesn't necessarily have all the notes I might want to play. It's got just a pure straight up D minor scale in it, but maybe I want a B flat flat, like Prosto was saying. But like there is a song that I've seen Nigel North play on the lute that has a note outside of the D minor scale in it. So I would want to be able to do that, and I don't necessarily think adding more frets or more strings is the way to go about it, because it's already not the most simple thing. I'm a little biased because I play piano, so I can do my left hand and my right hand at different fingers, and it's not a big deal for me at all. But I feel like people coming in, people who aren't so musically inclined, might not be able to handle 4 notes and 4 frets, and or more than that if we choose to add more of a scale. So I guess we get to make a decision, like, do we want to stretch the lute scale so that there are no overlaps between the strings, or I don't know, because I don't know, we get to choose, but I think that the only reason yeah, maybe not 2 notes. Yeah, either or, a Boolean music system. That's more my speed. If we do change the spacings on the strings, then these kind of chords being played together with different frets, that won't sound as good, because they only sound good because they're remaining the same intervals apart, which is a D minor. Well, let's see. It goes F, 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 D, A, and then F. So yeah, F, D, A. That is just a D minor, so oh, 2 intervals. Yeah. So are you saying only 2 frets instead of the 4? So that you just have 2 frets to worry about? If we... Gosh, dude, I can't even do a scale in my own system. This is really sweet. I'm loving this. I'm loving it. I don't have my tablet set up. I normally have my tablet set up so I can draw in GIMP, so I can talk through these ideas, but I don't think... my computer, since I installed my new CPU cooler, my computer's further away because all my cords are jacked up, but I'm getting a camera for Jimmy, so I can put Jimmy on screen here. I just ordered an extension cord for the webcam USB so that I can hopefully stretch it all the way over to Jimmy's cage so we can have a Jimmy cam up here, which I think will be really cool. And then I think I'm gonna call it. Yeah, I know it's a short night, but we got a big thing done today, and then I'll work on setting up the tablet so that I can draw my notes again, so that I can talk through certain things, because we have a lot to think about in terms of how do we get the certain notes to come out. I might toy with the idea of no new notes are actually coming out. Only the notes that are currently in the game are going to be the notes we can use. That does kind of limit us, but it would be cool that any tab we make for the game, if you memorize it, you'd be able to whip it out even at the beginning of the game if you wanted to, without the tab. Just as a thing like that. Jimmy is my little gecko, and he's in a cage because it's actually a she, but she's in a cage because she will run away and hide if she's not in a cage, and then she'll die. Hey, have a good night, K-Tronics, dude. Hey, great stream today. That was awesome, man. Yeah, have a good one, dude. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I'm gonna just add everything here, and then I will commit with a message saying we added fretboard sounds to lute mechanic, and we'll call it a day. It's short, but I do have work to do. Magnetonics, what's up, dude? You are catching us at the very end here. I'll show you what we got working, though. We've got our lute system working with our frets. So we've got different frets coming in, right? Yeah. Dude, I'm happy with it because I just want to sit here and play with it. So like, I think that's a good sign because I want to sit here and just play more music. So I think that is a great sign for it. But yeah, we just hit up our get push here. So I will end the raid by raiding Salto, who did the background art for the channel here. I commissioned a Sekiro art. So he's a friend of the channel, and he's doing a drawing stream right now. So if you guys are into it, let's raid out and say hi to him. If not, thanks for watching, and I'll be here tomorrow, and we'll get some more work done. But yeah, I appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys later.